Guys, it's your boy Brainsy. Welcome to day 87 of Workout Grind. Today is gonna be Arms Day, and it's currently 7:46 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m., but I still am not able to work out. I'm stupid. Huh?
Ayaw init. Ayaw pamit. Ayaw pamit. Tapos init. Kukuha kayo. Ayaw po. Mamamila ko siya. Wait na kami. Wait na kayo.
Wala akong good. But niyo. Anyways, I'm gonna work out now. Look at my wound, bruh. It's crazy. It hurts. But what can we do? Workout time, baby. Let's go. Yesterday I opened up an ING Orange everyday account because apparently it has a 5% PA interest. It used to be 5.45, but they changed their interest cut rates on June, I think. So that was kind of sad, but it's still higher than compared to the rest of the savings account that's available out there. For instance, fucking Combank is a 4.65% PA for the first 5 months, bro. And after the 5 months that you've opened up your savings account, it's gonna be 1 point something PA. That's stupid crazy, bro. Do you know how small a 1.65 PA interest is? You're gonna earn $2 every day for 100. No, I don't know. For a big money. That's all I know. Crazy, man. Maybe for 50K you'll get $2. Or 60 something. I don't know, man. The point is it's so small. It's not worth it. So I'm setting up an orange account from ING. It has a condition for you to maintain to get the savings account. One of which is to like consistently have money deposited in your account, as well as you're buying 5 payments in your savings account each month. However, the thing that stopped me applying this, I used to apply from this, I think in June, I think, but then I stopped because there's this one roadblock that I had to like encounter, and it's that I cannot apply for a savings account because to apply for a savings account, I need two IDs from an Australian government. So I needed to have like a passport that is registered with a visa. So I do have that because fucking I have the student visa and stuff. The second one, I don't. The only available IDs out there is an Australian driver's license and Medicare. I don't have both, bro. So I'm not sure. So right now, I did reapply. I have my passport. I still don't have the Australian ID, but the second proof that I've given to them is my bank statements. Previously, when I tried to apply, I don't have it, but now I do. So maybe and hopefully that should be enough for them to accept me opening up an account, and then I could start saving up there. And also, a bit of good news in my savings account in Combank is that apparently it's fixed. Like, there's no consequences if you just take out all your deposits in your in your account. So it's not like you're gonna lose your 1% interest rate if you take out all your money. It's just take it out, go take it out, put it money in, then go put money in. That's really it. That's really it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pull up my money and give it to my, yeah, there's no consequences. Pretty cool stuff. I set up my account so that it automatically puts money in my savings account from my, my spending account. I don't know what it's called. Right now, I don't have money because it keeps on sucking it up. I literally have like $400. And the rest of my money is in the savings account. It's just crazy. It keeps sucking me dry, bro. Whatever. Anyways, let's watch Andrew Huberman. And then we're gonna start working out, yeah? Let's start working out, gang. Gang.
Welcome to the Huberman Lab Pod.
Oh, and today I also didn't work out early. Because although I did wake up at 6, I did have some stuff that I need to do, including I bought tickets to go to PAX, which is $80. Oh my god, $80, bro! I did not remember it being that expensive. I thought it was like 40 or something. No wonder I was on the fence for buying one of those tickets last year as well. But I really do want to attend. There's some cool stuff out there. I wanna take pictures of cosplayers out there. They have really good cosplayers out there, man. They have so like quality costumes. It's crazy. You can really see how much money they've invested into their costumes. It's a big, I need to like take a picture of it sometime. Anyways, workout. Let's go. The Andrew Huberman. I got my sunlight in the not really in my first hour, but I got sunlight, I got caffeine, I got working out. Yeah, baby. Energy maxing, bruh. Anyways, let's work out now.
Where we discuss science and science-based tools for everyday life. I'm Andrew Huberman, and I'm a professor of neurobiology and ophthalmology at Stanford School of Medicine. My guest today is Dr. Michael Kilgard. Dr. Michael Kilgard is a professor at the University of Texas at Dallas, and he is one of the world's leading experts in neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change in response to experience. Since the beginning of the field of neuroscience, meaning for well over 100 years, it was understood that the young brain can change. Kids can learn things, they can learn languages, new skills, and young adults can learn. But that the adult brain was less capable of learning. Then in the late 90s, it was Dr. Kilgard, in collaboration with his colleagues, that discovered that indeed the adult brain can change massively if the right conditions are set. His work showed that if specific neuromodulators, meaning acetylcholine, norepinephrine, serotonin, or dopamine, are triggered to be released in the adult brain, you can achieve massive rewiring of brain circuits and learning, even as an adult. This opened up an entire new field within neuroscience and, of course, has profound implications for health and disease. It's also completely changed the way that we think about learning, longevity, and brain health. More recently, Dr. Kilgard's research has focused on vagus nerve stimulation to precisely control the timing of neuromodulator release. As you may know, the vagus nerve connects the body with the brain and the brain with the body. And by stimulating a particular branch of the vagus nerve pathway, his laboratory has shown that people can overcome debilitating conditions such as tinnitus, stroke, and even restore mobility to people who have suffered spinal cord injuries. During today's episode, we discuss the specific actionable strategies that you or anyone can use to rewire your brain at any stage of life. So as you'll soon see, Dr. Kilgard has an exceptionally clear and practical understanding of how to apply what we know about neuroplasticity so that you can learn better and improve your brain health. Before we begin, I'd like to emphasize that this podcast is separate from my teaching and research roles at Stanford. It is, however, part of my desire and effort to bring zero cost to consumer information about science and science-related tools to the general public. In keeping with that theme, today's episode does include sponsors. I have a brief announcement to make about my upcoming book, Protocols, an operating manual for the human body. I've completed the book now several times, and yet it's not quite ready for release, and I'll tell you why. Some years ago, somebody I highly respect in the research science field that I was working with on a project said to us as a group, if you have the opportunity to make something better, you do it. Now, I realize that runs counter to what we also often hear, which is never let perfect get in the way of completed. But I must say, when it comes to providing the public health protocols, I absolutely insist that you have the most up-to-date science and information in the protocols book. And so that's the reason why I've decided to go through and basically revise each and every chapter, adding some things based on new research and improving the protocols overall. I strongly feel that's my obligation to the data and to all of you. I confess part of the delay is also because I've decided to do all the illustrations for the book myself. As a consequence, my book is now going to be released in September 2026. If you'd like to pre-order the book, it's available in English and other languages, and yes, it will be available in audio form. If you'd like to pre-order, go to protocolsbook.com. Thank you for your patience. I'm excited to share the book with you next year. And now for my discussion with Dr. Michael Kilgard. Dr. Michael Kilgard, welcome.
Nice to be here.
You and I both share a fascination with neuroplasticity, the ability for our nervous system to change itself, for better or worse. So to start off, let's just talk about plasticity, what it is, how plasticity in childhood differs from plasticity in adulthood. I know how I think about these topics. I'd love to know how you think about neuroplasticity and why you've essentially devoted your professional life to studying it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love the word. Plastic makes it seem like something artificial and uninteresting. But the idea that the brain can change is a new idea. We used to think everything was hardwired and you are the way they are and nothing can change. Now we know that you're making new connections every day, every time you learn something new. And that change in our way of thinking about things has implications up and down the aisle on how we interact and everything we do. The science of it, is so exciting. The types of experiments that have been done, the ways that you can literally see these new connections. Our forefathers 100 years ago could only look at dead tissue and imagine all the changes and excitement that was going on, Ramonica Hall and others. But now we can real time watch these new connections and imagine that there's not hundreds of them, there's not thousands of them, there's not millions of them, there's not billions, but there's trillions of new connections. Every second of your day are trying to decide, should I strengthen this one? Should I weaken this one or should I leave them the same? And that idea that your brain is as active as you feel is so different than what we were told. We were told you've got this brain, it's very dangerous, you should wear a helmet, you should not mess with it. And the fact that it's alive and moving, to me, is just much more consistent with my experience with my own inner life and interacting with other people. So the fact that the science matches the everyday experience, I think is one of the most enlightening parts of those experiments.
So when you think about developmental plasticity, which I have been from birth up to about age 25 is what we always hear. Oh, up until age 25, the brain is ultra plastic. And then after 25, it's much harder to change, but it can be done. You have kids. When you were raising your kids, given what you know about neuroplasticity, what were some of the thoughts going on in your mind about things that you should do or shouldn't do? I know you're not giving parenting instructions, but I think there are many parents out there. All of us were children once, or perhaps still are, and are curious, like, how does a neuroscientist who works on neuroplasticity think about learning in general and also just passive exposure to life? Because as a child, every day is new learning.
I mean, they always tell you don't sweat the small stuff, and then you learn that every little thing matters, and you start sweating the small stuff. You start realizing that the kinds of mobile you got matters, that it's interesting. We had a mobile, and the mobile would go around in a circle, and it was just boring. I thought it's uninteresting, and I'd move it so that it would bump into something and do something a little more interesting from time to time. My kids spent a lot of time looking out into the natural world, so there were birds flying and coming and going and not predictable kinds of patterns, and again, tried to avoid some TV. But the idea that we're kind of in a hurry. You got to hook up all these neurons. That being an adult's going to happen fast. And you've got trillions of connections to make. Every experience is contributing to that. So bedtime stories and songs and walks in the park are all making those changes. That's surprising. It's surprising that all that stuff matters, but it does. And so from my point of view, the fact that the young brain is a sponge and that every little background sound, little clicking sound, road noise, all those things have a potential to impact the way the brain is wired is a cautionary tale, makes you worried about having the wrong sounds in the wrong place. But of course, you don't really know exactly what the best sounds are going to be, the best sights, the best friendships, and all the rest. So neuroplasticity is a gift to all of us, and it makes the point that the details matter, but it also makes the point that there's lots of details, lots and lots of experiences. No one formative experience is going to ruin some kid's life, and I think that's a little bit relieving as well.
Yeah, there's plasticity in both directions, I suppose. You can wire things in one direction, and if you don't like it, or if your parents don't like it, you can wire it back in another direction. Although, as we both know, there's a little bit of an asymmetry to that. It's kind of easier to get negative experiences wired into the brain, and a little bit harder, or a lot harder, as the case may be, to undo those. So I guess it was the early 90s when we heard a lot about the so-called first 6 years. There was this emphasis on 0 to 6 years of age as being so critical. And this had parents who understandably were interested and concerned with their kids having the most, knowledge, the most capability in life, the best life. It had parents playing classical music to kids while they were asleep. It had them doing multiple sports. There was this idea that you have 6 years to cram everything in there. I think we now understand that's not the case, that those first 6 years are critical, but there's a long window for plasticity. Would you agree?
Absolutely. No, I think we worry about doors slamming shut. We worry about every little sight being the thing that's going to define a child for the rest of their lives. And that's just not the case, right? Lots and lots of hours. We always talk about 10,000 hours to be good at anything. And you realize you get a lot of 10,000 hours. You really do. Not just your language abilities. Each person knows 100,000 words. Just imagine, you don't have to sit and teach the kids every little word. They're going to pick them up. They're just in an environment. And 100,000 is a lot of words to imagine knowing their definitions, knowing their meanings, and all the rest. And the same thing of finger movements. Again, whether they're going to be a violin player or a soccer player, all the dexterous movements that have to go with that. We as coaches and parents try to train that, but really the kid is training themselves. They're figuring out how to do all that by practicing, seeing what works and what doesn't work. We can just set an environment where that's possible and where they can succeed and not quit. That's really one of the big challenges. Like you said, a kid gets exposed to food, then gets sick, and now their brain has figured out that food might be poison. But it might be wrong, and they might end up with a plastic event in their brain that turns off a pathway for a long period of time. And it can really be hard to undo that kind of work.
I'd like to take a quick break and acknowledge our sponsor, 8 Sleep. 8 Sleep makes smart mattress covers with cooling, heating, and sleep tracking capacity. One of the best ways to ensure a great night's sleep is to make sure that the temperature of your sleeping environment is correct. And that's because in order to fall and stay deeply asleep, your body temperature actually has to drop by about 1 to 3 degrees. And in order to wake up feeling refreshed and energized, your body temperature actually has to increase by about 1 to 3 degrees. 8 Sleep automatically regulates the temperature of your bed throughout the night according to your unique needs. 8 Sleep has just launched their latest model, the Pod 5, and the Pod 5 has several new important features. One of these new features is called Autopilot. Autopilot is an AI engine that learns your sleep patterns to adjust the temperature of your sleeping environment across different sleep stages. It also elevates your head if you're snoring, and it makes other shifts to optimize your sleep. The base on the Pod 5 also has an integrated speaker that syncs to the 8 Sleep app and can play audio to support relaxation and recovery. The audio catalog includes several NSDR, non-sleep deep rest scripts, that I worked on with 8 Sleep to record. If you're not familiar, NSDR involves listening to an audio script that walks you through a deep body relaxation combined with some very simple breathing exercises. It's an extremely powerful tool that anyone can benefit from the first time and every time. If you'd like to try 8 Sleep, go to 8sleep.com/Huberman to get up to $350 off the new Pod 5. 8 Sleep ships to many countries worldwide, including Mexico and the UAE. Again, that's 8sleep.com/Huberman to save up to $350. Today's episode is also brought to us by Wealthfront. I've been using Wealthfront for my savings and my investing for nearly a decade, and I absolutely love it. At the start of every year, I set new goals, and one of my goals for 2025 is to focus on saving money. Since I have Wealthfront, I'll keep that savings in my Wealthfront cash account, where I'm able to earn 4% annual percentage yield on my deposits, and you can as well. With Wealthfront, you can earn 4% APY on your cash from partner banks until you're ready to either spend that money or invest it. With Wealthfront, you also get free instant withdrawals to eligible accounts every day, even on weekends and holidays. The 4% APY is not a promotional rate, and there's no limit to what you can deposit and earn. And you can even get protection for up to $8 million through FDIC insurance provided through Wealthfront's partner banks. Wealthfront gives you free instant withdrawals where it takes just minutes to transfer your money to eligible external accounts. It also takes just minutes to transfer your cash from the cash account to any of Wealthfront's automated investment accounts when you're ready to invest. There are already 1 million people using Wealthfront to save more, earn more, and build long-term wealth. Earn 4% APY on your cash today. If you'd like to try Wealthfront, go to wealthfront.com/Huberman to receive a free $50 bonus with a $500 deposit into your first cash account. That's wealthfront.com/Huberman to get started now. This has been a paid testimonial of Wealthfront.
Score. Lab.
Okay.
Ilay mo nga yung score, Dani.
264.
Ha?
264.
Nagnaapil akong labaw sa imo ha.
600.
No?
700 na ka?
Higher.
Wala, ilasa, oy.
Higher.
800?
Higher.
Sure, oy. 1,000.
Higher.
Wala ka, hilasa. Bot screenshot daw.
Higher pa. Wala pa ko naman. Higher.
Wala.
Ganda ko straight. Bab, ama bab.
Wait, sabi.
Na ako sa tipo.
Sabi.
Na ako sa tipo.
Wait, sabi.
Wealthfront Brokerage isn't a bank.
score.
Hey, wait lang.
Wow.
Wait lang, wait lang.
Wow. Punta ka.
Nag-research. Wait lang.
Score? Punta ako. Mabe. Abe. Ba. Mab. Abe.
Babe?
Punta.
Ay, sorry. What?
Pero mag...
Uy! Legit ni or Photoshop? Murag layo ang number to, oh. Naglagyo. Ano siya, oh. Bot-bot. Tapos flat number lang siya. Dili siya kanang murag na ay 16 or bot-bot. Nangita lang.
Natawa ko on the process ng score.
Picture ni ay bot-bot.
Natawa lang yung process ng score.
Fuck. Naunsa naman eh. What? No way.
Pagka abot ng 2,800 na flat siya, tapos sikas kaya nihilap. Kaya pagbalik na ako, kawanan ako na shoot. Kalagot, 3,000 na ako. Naka-skirt na. Pinagdete ka na.
Ah,
Black ko pa rin. Ay na. Iba niya makapit. Hindi pa na mo ma-appreciate akong score.
Nag-research ko og interest rates sa savings account diri. Wait lang.
Paano ako na lang ihatag sa imuha ng $2,800 na ko.
Wait lang. 100,000 divided by 100 times 5 divided by 12. Divided by 12. So 416. 416. Tapos times 4.25 divided by 370. Dako ba ya? Wait lang ha. 5 minus 4.65. Ano 4.45 times 12. $550. Babe. Worth it ni Daginoton? $45 per month. Wait lang. Assume ta. $350. 311.5. 38. Worth it ni Daginoton? $3 per month. Diba? Worth it ni Daginoton? $3 per month.
Worth it. Ingan ba ikaw may kainan na compound. Compound. Pagyapon na. Diba?
Bitaw. Sige, balhin ko orange. Pero okay ra day ko mo withdraw. Okay ra day ko mo withdraw anin. Come back di ay. Sige. Nag-wise di ko nimo sa una lab. Ano ba? Kaya ako. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Uy, what the fuck? Why? Why? Na 100. Ano 6-3 to man eh? Bugal-bugal. TI niya eh. Niya TI niya. Oy, scammers. Five, 4, 1, 5. Set. Ano ito? Russian twist, side bed. Damn. And then this one set, but I lose money. Fucking lose. Yeah, it's what it is, man. I lose money. Yep. I gotta work hard with it. It's like, what the hell have I been doing? I've only been practicing React in HackerRank? What the fuck is that? I need my certifications, man. I need it. But I cannot neglect as well the grinds that I need to put in for making SES journal and YAML apartments. So angry at myself. I'll use that as fuel. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna take a bath. And we ballin'. No gaming, no fucking social media, no distractions. Pure